Hello YouTube, and welcome to my review of the SH Figuarts Straight Cougar from the anime series Tsukuraido. Now for those of you who have not watched Tsukuraido, Straight Cougar was the comic relief character of the show. And even though he was the comic relief, he kicked serious ass in that show. He didn't get a lot of screen time except for when he was making jokes and things like that. But whenever he would fight, he would pretty much dominate until the very end of the show. And even then, the ultimate bad guy couldn't kill him. At least, not in the actual fight. Now, even though Kazuma came out 3 or 4 months prior to Straight Cougar, many improvements have been made to the joints in this guy. So, let's get into the review. For head articulation, his head can go down, up, side to side. His neck can move around in there. And of course, it can go 360 degrees without a problem. And since I have a close-up, the glasses are held on to the side of his face via a little groove in the side of his head. Okay, for torso articulation, Cougar is different from every figure art that I have. In the fact that he has 3 joints in his torso area. He has one here, one there, and that's the normal ones. And he also has, if I lift this up a little bit, he has a separation between his stomach and his hip area. And that means there's another joint in the bottom. So he can go that far down, that far back. He can bend side to side a little bit, and he can twist a little bit. And while I'm here, since it's not part of the legs, this bottom of his coat thing is made out of a soft plastic. Could be rubber, I'm not sure, but it is nice. See the painted details back here, and it is connected right there. Starting off with his shoulder pad, it can be moved up. His arm can go that high up. You can rotate 360 degrees. Just be careful because the shoulder pad does have little edges. Now, it twists to 360 degrees, but it's way up here at the ball joint, not down here where it normally is. Elbows are double jointed, almost a complete 180. Very nice. Hand can rotate 360 degrees and move at that joint. So, while different from an average arm articulation, it is actually, I think, a good bit better. Okay, for his legs, he has the Type 2 style hips, so they cannot be brought down. Move this up out of the way a little bit. Okay. He can split his legs about that much. He could do a little bit more, but this is kind of blocking it. I don't want to stretch it. His legs can be brought that far forward. That far back. Knees are double jointed. And because his altar is his legs, his feet are strange, I suppose. It has the same joint system as the new Dino Strikeform had. So the feet can bend that far. They rotate 360 degrees. The joints themselves rotate 360 degrees. But because of this piece right here, it doesn't allow for that. So, don't really need to do that anyway. And this little toe joint is on a hinge. But don't really get much use out of that because his feet are not the most stable. Let's start off with the hands. He comes with 2 fists, two putting on his sunglasses hands, or like a see ya hand. Comes with 2 hands that are used for when he puts his hands on his waist, and 2 open palm hands. Comes with 2 bullets to put on the bottom of his feet. These are the extended ones, and the ones on his feet right now are the small ones. Comes with 2 pairs of sunglasses. They're both identical. Comes with 3 different faces. This one is his smirking face. This one is his insane yelling face or having fun face. And this one is his ordinary face. Now I cannot for the life of me get this off of his hair. It is really, really on there. So, yeah. I don't want to risk damaging the hair. That's why I'm kind of afraid to use a ton of force. But it's supposed to come off of his hair. Final thoughts. Straight Cougar is an excellent SH Figuarts action figure. I really only have one actual problem with the figure, and that's the fact that I'm afraid to pull his face off at risk of damaging the hair, because the hair is a soft, rubbery plastic. His new stomach joint is a little awkward, but I understand why they did it for him, because he does pull off a lot of high kicks and stuff like that, and it would not be possible to do without that extra joint. So I do understand why they did it. His new joint system in his arms is great. No other figure that I have from the Figuarts line can do a 180 bend at their elbow, so that's great. The sculpt is amazing on this guy. I was worried at first of how his bottom of his coat would be. I'm really glad they didn't go with the hard plastic, because that would just ruin his articulation in his legs. Speaking of the legs, his feet are weird because you can't really get them flat, because there's absolutely no way to get these feet flat even when he's standing straight up, just because of the way they're shaped. So that does make posing him a little strange, but once you get him balanced like he is now, he wobbles a little bit, but he's not going anywhere. So this guy is an exclusive action figure, so he is a little bit more expensive than an average release. I got him for about $40 after shipping, so he's not that much more expensive. But I would get him while you can if you're a fan of him, because the price was only going to go up. So with that, I'll see you at the next review.